Imagine a community clinging to its roots, its ancient faith, in a land scarred by conflict and crisis. This is the reality for Lebanon's Christian population, and all eyes are on Pope Leo XIV as he prepares to visit this troubled nation. But will his visit bring real hope, or just be a fleeting moment of solace in a sea of troubles? Let's delve into the complex situation facing Lebanon and the significance of this papal visit. In the heart of the Lebanese mountains, at the Monastery of Mar Maroun in Anaya, the evening mass begins. The clang of the bells, pulled by a black-clad priest, echoes through the valley, a familiar sound for centuries. This monastery, with its stunning views of the Mediterranean, is slated to be a key stop on Pope Leo XIV's upcoming 3-day visit to Lebanon. It marks the second leg of his first international trip as Pope, following his visit to Turkey. You can read more about the Pope's visit to Turkey here. https://www.cnn.com/2025/11/Middle-East/Pope-Leo-Turkey-Lebanon-First-Trip-International-CMD. The congregation, though small on this cool November evening, sings hymns with fervor, some in Syriac, a dialect of Aramaic, the language believed to have been spoken by Jesus. This is a powerful reminder of the deep historical roots of Christianity in Lebanon, a faith almost as old as Christianity itself. And this is the part most people miss. Despite their deep connection to the land, Lebanese Christians increasingly feel their position is precarious. Over the past few decades, many Christians have emigrated, seeking better opportunities and stability in the United States, Canada, Europe, South America, Australia, and elsewhere. This exodus has significantly impacted the Christian community's demographic weight within Lebanon. The last papal visit, by Benedict XVI in 2012, feels like a lifetime ago, considering all that has transpired since: a failed revolution, a devastating economic collapse, the global COVID-19 pandemic, the horrific Beirut port explosion, and renewed conflict with Israel. It's a relentless series of blows for a nation already struggling with deep-seated issues. Lebanon's unique political system recognizes 18 officially recognized faiths and sects. This diversity, while enriching, often leads to sectarian interpretations of events. Pope Leo's visit is, inevitably, viewed through this lens. Tuis Hannah, a woman in her 70s, voiced a common sentiment as she left Mass: "They have become stronger than us." When asked who they are, she replied, "The Shia." Of course, the Pope knows that. But here's where it gets controversial. Shia Muslims now constitute the largest single sect in Lebanon. Historically marginalized, they have grown in number, wealth, and political influence. This rise is exemplified by Hezbollah, the powerful armed group and political party. Hezbollah's ongoing tensions with Israel, punctuated by recent conflicts following the October 7, 2023 Hamas-led attacks, further complicate the situation. A fragile ceasefire was brokered 1 year ago, but the underlying tensions remain. The Shia community, and particularly Hezbollah, undeniably presents a significant challenge to the traditional power structures in Lebanon, including the Christian community. However, the political landscape is far from simple. Hezbollah has, at times, formed alliances with Christian political parties. It's a reminder that politics often transcends sectarian divides. The first official papal visit to Lebanon was in 1997, by John Paul II, during a period of rebuilding after the brutal 1975-1990 civil war. Despite the ongoing Israeli occupation in the south and Syrian presence elsewhere, there was a sense of optimism. Many who had fled the conflict were returning, and Beirut was experiencing a construction boom fueled by aid and investment. A renewed Lebanon seemed within reach. But after the hardships of the past decade, that hope feels like a distant dream. The Lebanese economy remains in dire straits, plagued by corruption and mismanagement. While the ceasefire with Israel might suggest an end to active warfare, this is arguably an illusion. Israeli warplanes and drones continue to strike Lebanon almost daily. Israeli officials claim that Hezbollah has not fully withdrawn from the southern border and is rearming, and that Israel still occupies 5 strategic locations within Lebanese territory. Just a week before the Pope's arrival, an Israeli airstrike in Beirut killed Haytham Ali Tabatabai. https://www.cnn.com/2025/11/forward/11/Israel-Hezbollah-Beirut-strikes-international, a senior Hezbollah commander. Meanwhile, Hezbollah has refrained from firing on Israel since the ceasefire began on November 27 of the previous year. There's a dark joke circulating in Beirut. The US-brokered ceasefire means Hezbollah must cease its actions, while Israel is free to fire. This encapsulates the complex and often contradictory realities of Lebanon, where Pope Leo will be navigating a delicate situation during his visit. The Pope's visit is brief, arriving from Turkey on Sunday and departing for Rome on Tuesday. He is scheduled to meet with faith and political leaders and will preside over a large mass on the Beirut waterfront. This mass is a focal point of the visit, with tens of thousands of white plastic chairs arranged before a massive stage. The backdrop features the phrase "Blessed are the peacemakers" in French and Arabic, flanked by the word "peace" in various languages, noticeably absent is Hebrew, and images of the iconic cedars of Lebanon. The waterfront itself holds a somber history. It was created after the civil war by dumping tons of rubble from the devastated city into the sea. As CNN cameraman Shabal Mallo, a Lebanese native, pointed out, there are bones here too. Over 150,000 people perished in that war, a stark reminder of the country's turbulent past. Yet, despite the hardships and the history of conflict, hope endures. Outside the Monastery of Mar Maroun, Suad Kauri and her husband Fadi expressed optimism about the Pope's visit. "We've been through a lot," said Suad. "We are a country of faith. We are strong. We are still on the land." This resilience, this unwavering faith, is perhaps the most remarkable characteristic of the Lebanese people. So, what do you think? Can Pope Leo's visit truly bring lasting peace and stability to Lebanon, or is it merely a symbolic gesture in the face of overwhelming challenges? Will it strengthen the Christian community, or simply offer a temporary respite from their concerns? And what role should external actors, like the US, play in mediating the complex political and religious landscape of Lebanon? Share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments below.